Guys, welcome back to another episode. It's going to be a little bit different, though, this time around. We're not going to be talking movies or games or anything like that. In a way, I guess you could still consider it entertainment. I mean, it is World Wrestling Entertainment. And, of course, because Saturday night and Sunday night, we have both nights of WrestleMania. The biggest weekend in professional wrestling. It's the biggest week for wrestling altogether, guys. Everybody tries to come out and shine, not just the WWE. You know, we had NXT, which, again, is WWE. But they had two fantastic nights on Wednesday night and Thursday night with the NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Both nights absolutely fantastic. You know, AEW tries to put on a good show. Impact tries to put on a good show. It's the Super Bowl. You know how Super Bowl goes for, like, you know, it's a week or 2 weeks of just big festivities. That's exactly what wrestling has with WrestleMania week. You know, and it all culminates this weekend with nights 1 and 2 of WrestleMania. Now, I'm just going to do a quick rundown for nights 1 and 2. Quick predictions. It's not something I talk about all the time, guys, but you guys know, I mean, I'm a wrestling fan. I've been watching since 1988. SummerSlam 88 was the very first pay-per-view that I've ever watched. You know, it's dipped down a little bit, in the past few years, mostly because of the quality of WWE. It hasn't been up to par as what it used to be, when I was growing up. So I still catch it, catch NXT. I still catch highlights of Raw and SmackDown on YouTube. I still catch AEW Dynamite. I check out their pay-per-views. But it's WrestleMania week, guys. I have to go and do predictions of what I think is going to happen. Night 1, this is go right for the Raw Tag Team Championships. AJ Styles, Phenomenal Ones, big fan of the Phenomenal One. He's teaming with his bodyguard Almost against the New Day. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods. They have held the championships so many times, probably more times than I have fingers, guys. I cannot count it. But will they win this time? No. Some people predict that this is going to be a split between AJ and Almost. I don't think so. AJ, as far as I remember, if I remember correctly, he has never held any of the tag team championships in the WWE. This will be his time to shine, and he will win the tag team championships along with his bodyguard and dethrone the New Day. We have Seth Rollins and Cesaro. Now, in my heart, I want to go with Cesaro. This guy is a freaking super athlete. He is amazing, never disappoints. But he always, every time he goes to grab that brass ring, it just slips out of his hands, guys. He's never able to break through. Unfortunately, as I know a lot of people really want to see him take this win against Rollins, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Seth Rollins is going to win this match. And I think it's going to propel Rollins into a later match that I think could happen due to what my prediction is for the Universal Championship. I want to say Cesaro for this one, but again, I'm going with Seth Rollins. Here's a throwaway match, guys. Steel cage match. I don't care. It's going to be a throwaway match. Shane McMahon, Braun Strowman. I haven't seen any of the build-up for this one. I've heard it's been utterly boring between these two. Why McMahon has to be in a match at WrestleMania when there's so much young talent that can be utilized and get an opportunity to be on the biggest show of the year. He's going to do a few high spots off the steel cage. Most likely, I almost pretty much guarantee. But Braun Strowman will get this win and hopefully put an end to this feud between the two of them. Bad Bunny, Damian Priest, as you guys can see, I'm kind of rolling my eyes, against The Miz and John Morrison. Again, you're taking away. Yes, it's good for Damian Priest because it's a young talent getting a chance to shine. He's in this tag match with Bad Bunny. Priest is not getting the pin in this match. Bad Bunny will pin The Miz. That's my prediction. Miz and John Morrison should win this match. They won't, but they should. The Miz, the guy is is he the greatest wrestler of all time? No, but he'd give you 100% every single time he's in the ring. He's what you want a wrestler to be, basically. The guy shows up on time. He's there. He does what he's supposed to do, does the job when he's supposed to do the job. And again, he's not going to win this match. He'll be the one taking the pinfall, even though he should be the one doing the pinning. But he'll be the one to drop this match for his team. SmackDown Women's Championship. Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks, the Boss. Now, this one could be the show stealer for the entire night 1. Bianca is going to win this match. It's going to be a back and forth. Could they go with Sasha? They could. But I think Bianca is going to finally win her first championship in the WWE, and it will be the SmackDown Women's Championship. Wrapping up night 1, the WWE Championship. Bobby Lashley defending against Drew McIntyre. Big McIntyre fan. I think Bobby Lashley is going to win. Okay, nix that, guys. I think Drew McIntyre is going to win the championship. Do I think that Bobby Lashley should keep the championship? Yes. I'm a fan of McIntyre. I know he didn't get his WrestleMania moment last year, because now there will be a crowd in attendance. But again, Lashley, it's been so long, so much of a build-up to him finally winning the big one, winning the WWE Championship. For him to take it from him now, I don't know. I think it's too soon. If Brock Lesnar shows up at WrestleMania, he'll show up in this match, and there's going to be a stare down between him and Lashley, and then maybe we'll finally get that match. That's the only way I want to see, head-to-head between that. If he doesn't show up, then Lashley is definitely going to lose this match to Drew McIntyre, which I think he's going to lose anyway. But I would like to see Lashley keep the championship, Lesnar show up, have that stare down, have a future match between the two of them, and have Lashley just take Lesnar out. Would be great. A good way to solidify Bobby Lashley as a legit champion. Now, night 2, U.S. Championship. Matt Riddle against Sheamus. Sheamus, he's a workhorse. He's had some really good matches in the last few months. But Matt Riddle, he's a fresh new face. Just freshly winning that championship. He's not going to drop the U.S. title just yet. And it's not going to be to Sheamus. So Matt Riddle will win a hard-fought battle against Sheamus. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, these guys have done battles all over the world. They've been friends, they've been enemies, friends, enemies, tag team partners, just up and down between these two. But on the grandest stage of them all, they're going to deliver one more time between the two of them. Kevin Owens will win this match, and KO hopefully will be moving on to bigger and better things. Hopefully a championship run down the line. So he will defeat Sami Zayn in a hard-fought, back-and-forth battle between these two friends. Intercontinental Championship. Nigerian drum match, which I guess is a no-holds-barred match from what I'm hearing. Big E defending the IC Championship against Apollo Crews. The problem with this could be a split, this match, because on one hand, you're grooming Big E for the next big thing, which would be the Universal Championship, since it is SmackDown. But if Apollo Crews loses another match, with his new gimmick, with his, his Nigerian Prince, gimmick, basically, he's done. Like, this is going to basically, I don't think you can prop him back up again if he loses this match. So as much as I don't think, people don't think Big E's going to lose, I think this is Apollo Crews' time to shine. And I think he's taking the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Now, here's another match, which one of the participants I don't feel can take a loss. And it's The Fiend versus Randy Orton. This has been building up for months. Alexa Bliss is going to get involved in this match. There's going to be a lot of supernatural hijinks going on in this match. But The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, needs to win this match. If he loses to Randy Orton, again, just like with Apollo Crews, there's no coming back up for The Fiend. You cannot rebuild him again. You absolutely cannot. So The Fiend will win this match versus the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. Now, Raw Women's Championship. Asuka. I love Asuka. I think she's freaking phenomenal. Phenomenal. One of the best women wrestlers in the entire world. Probably just slightly below Io Shirai. But she's facing Rhea Ripley. This is Ripley's, her first big pay-per-view match as an official member of the Raw roster. So, do I think she's going to win the championship from Asuka? Absolutely. Rhea Ripley will get her championship, and it will come at the expense of Asuka. Finally, wrapping things up, triple threat, Roman Reigns. Roll my eyes, I'm not a Roman Reigns fan. Never have been, never will be a fan of Roman Reigns. Against the Radar Superstar Edge. Wearing the shirt right here, guys. So, hey, here's a hint. You guys know exactly which direction I'm going with this match. Against Daniel Bryan. Now, if you had Bryan versus Roman Reigns any other time, I'm going with Daniel Bryan because, again, Daniel Bryan is one of the best workers in the entire world. But, this is the Cinderella story for Edge. Came back at the 2020 Rumble. Surprised everybody. I basically just jumped out of my seat when his music started at the Rumble. Was so happy to see him come back. Then, of course, he gets hurt, a few months down the line against Randy Orton. Has to sit out more time. Comes back this year at the Royal Rumble. Again, really great to see him come back again. He wins the Rumble. Gets his triple threat match. He's pissed off that Daniel Bryan is in this match. Rightfully so. I would have liked to have seen a one-on-one match and just seen Daniel Bryan maybe do something else. But because of this, it has brought back the Radar Superstar, the ultimate opportunist. And I think Edge is going to win this championship. Some people think that Daniel Bryan is going to be the one to take the fall in this match. That's why he's in it, to kind of protect Roman Reigns so he doesn't have to lose. I don't think that's the case at all. I think Roman Reigns is going to be the one to be pinned in this match. This way we can go on to a possible one-on-one match with Edge as the Universal Champion against Daniel Bryan at the upcoming next pay-per-view that comes up next. And that is going to be a show stealer. You put those two in the ring against each other, it's going to be freaking burn the house down. It's going to be off the charts. It's going to be ridiculous. So, guys, that is my, I had to write down handy dandy notes here just in case I missed any match. I didn't want to miss any matches on this card, guys. It's going to be interesting. This might be the last time that they do 2 nights. Last year was 2 nights. This year, 2 nights. I think in the future, they want to get back to 1 night for WrestleMania. But, guys, you guys can check this out on Peacock. It's NBC's streaming service. That's where I'll be watching it. And if you're over in other countries, international territories, you can still catch it on the WWE Network. Now, guys, this is going to be great. I'm looking forward to checking it out. Like I said, just getting back, last 2 nights, checking out NXT Stand and Deliver. Both those nights, fantastic. Will the main roster guys rise up to the occasion? The last few years, they have not been able to compete against NXT. NXT, when it's takeover time, they always, no pun intended, deliver. And they did the last 2 nights, like I said. So they're going to have a lot to live up to. There are definitely a few matches on this call, on both these nights, that can definitely be show stealers and possible match of the year candidates. So we're going to see what happens. But again, like I said, guys, I wasn't talking about movies today or anything like that. But again, this is still entertainment. And I want to do something a little bit outside the box today. Talk about wrestling. Just get predictions for the Super Bowl of wrestling. And that is WrestleMania. So guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. Get the chance. And I'll catch you guys in another video. Enjoy WrestleMania weekend, guys. See you later. Bye.